Right now, somewhere out there, a man is sitting next to a woman who just asked him a tiny question. Nothing dramatic, nothing obvious. Just one little sentence that sounded harmless on the surface. And he answered it like it was nothing, but it was not nothing. Because in that moment, she was not just asking a question. She was reaching for him. She was testing how close he would let her get, and he missed it completely. That man could be you. Not after this. Here is something most people never say out loud. When it comes to intimacy, women rarely speak in straight lines. We often hint, we soften. We wrap desire inside ordinary words so it does not feel too exposed. There is no flashing sign above our head. No movie soundtrack. No sudden confession in perfect lighting. Usually it looks quiet, a glance that lasts a second too long. A question asked at the right moment, a small pause, a shift in tone. And if a man is not paying attention, he hears the words, but misses the meaning. That is why this matters. Because today I am not giving you a vague list of random signs. I am giving you the 2 questions a woman often asks when she wants closeness, connection, and yes, sometimes more than that. Just 2. And once you recognize them, you will hear them everywhere in old conversations and current ones. In moments you already lived through but never fully understood. Before we get there, you need to understand why women do this in the first place. A lot of women grow up learning that being too direct can feel risky, too forward, too easy to misread, too likely to get rejected. So instead of saying exactly what they want, they circle around it. That is not games. That is caution, and men and women often communicate differently because men are usually taught to keep things practical, while women are often taught to protect the emotional part of the moment. So when she asks a question, she is not always asking for information. Sometimes she is asking, "Are you emotionally here with me?" That is the part men miss. He thinks he is having a normal conversation. She is deciding whether she feels safe enough to keep opening up. And when that gets missed enough times, you get the classic situation where a man says, "Everything was fine," while the woman slowly starts pulling back. Not because she stopped caring, because she felt unseen. So let's talk about the first question. The first question a woman often asks when she wants intimacy is, "What are you thinking about?" Sounds simple, right? That is exactly why it gets ignored. A lot of men hear that and think she is just making conversation. Maybe she is bored. Maybe she is being curious. Maybe she has nothing better to say. No. When she asks that she is trying to step inside your world, she wants access. She wants to know what is happening behind your eyes, behind your silence, behind that little space you usually keep to yourself. It is her way of saying, "Let me in a little, not all at once, just a little." And that little bit matters. Because when a woman feels like you are willing to share your inner world with her, her guard starts to drop. She feels closer. She feels trusted. She feels chosen. If you brush it off with nothing, or "I don't know," or some lazy one-liner, she hears something bigger than the words. She hears distance. She hears, "You are not getting much from me tonight." Now imagine the opposite. She asks, "What are you thinking about?" And you answer honestly. Maybe it is something small, maybe it is something sweet. Maybe you say, "I was just thinking this feels really nice being here with you." That is not a perfect line. It does not need to be, it just needs to be real. Because real answers create real closeness. And for many women, closeness is the doorway to everything else. The second question is even trickier, because on the surface, it sounds completely innocent. She asks, "Are you tired?" Now some men hear that and laugh because it sounds so ordinary. But pay attention to when she says it, late at night after a date. After the conversation has been flowing. After the mood has turned softer, warmer, quieter. That question is not always about sleep. Sometimes it is about possibility. She is asking, "Are you still available to stay in this moment with me?" She is checking whether the night is ending or whether something else might happen. And the genius of the question is that it gives her safety either way. If you say yes, she can step back gracefully. If you say no, she has a green light to lean in a little more. No pressure, no embarrassment, no rejection on the table. That is careful communication. That is a woman protecting herself while still reaching toward you. Picture this. You had a great night, good food, easy conversation. That quiet little chemistry that builds slowly and does not need to announce itself. She is standing close or sitting close. She has already touched your arm once or twice. Her voice is softer now. Then she looks at you and says, "Are you tired?" If you answer in a way that shuts the door, she will likely smile, nod, and let the moment pass. And you may never know what you just missed. But if you look at her and say something simple like, "Not really," or "Not at all," or even better, say it with a smile that tells her you are present. Something changes. The mood shifts. The question has been answered, and so has the one underneath it. Because what she really wanted to know was not whether your body was exhausted. She wanted to know if your attention was still there, if your energy was still with her, if the night could keep going. This is why timing matters so much. You will almost never hear that question in a random moment during the day while she is doing chores or standing in line at the store. It shows up when the atmosphere changes when the two of you are alone, when there is enough closeness in the air for her to risk asking. That is the key. These questions are not random. They are invitations. And when a woman asks both of them, she is not just making small talk. She is checking whether you know how to meet her halfway. Because if she keeps reaching and you keep missing it, she eventually stops reaching. Not loudly. Not with a speech. Just quietly. She decides you are not tuned in, not safe, not worth the effort. And then one day you feel her get colder and you cannot figure out why. But the truth is she already told you. You just did not hear it. So here is the simple way to respond. When she asks, "What are you thinking about?" give her something honest, not a performance, not a fake deep quote, just something real. When she asks, "Are you tired?" read the room. If the moment feels right, do not kill it with uncertainty or a nervous joke. Stay warm, stay present, let her feel that you are there. Because women are not trying to be impossible. We are not sitting around writing secret codes for fun. We are trying to feel safe while still being open. And men and women both do better when they learn how to read what is being said underneath the words. So the next time a woman asks you one of these questions, do not treat it like background noise. Treat it like what it is. A small sentence carrying a much bigger meaning. A quiet reach. A chance to meet her in the middle. And if this clicked for you, comment the word signal below. Just that one word. Because once you start seeing this, you will never hear those questions the same way again. And there is more. There are also 3 places on a woman's body that, if she lets you touch them, tell you a lot more than words ever will. Most men completely misread those moments. So I made another video breaking that down. It is on your screen right now. Go watch it. Because once you understand both the questions and the touches, you will stop guessing and start recognizing the real signs.